Coming up next, it's Red Card Headbutt, followed by Shootin' Carp with Harold Buckner, right here on Channel 72. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Red Card Headbutt Wrestling. We are live at the not quite the Crockett Cup Finals here in the backwoods, and I mean the backwoods of North Carolina. We're gonna have, what's that, Frank? He's here. Oh my God, did you just say David Crockett? What the hell do you mean, kind of? Never mind that, send him in. Wait just a minute, who the hell are you?
My God, Tony, I'm so excited to be here! The finals of the Crockett Cup tournament! Whoever thought George South would make it all the way to the finals? And look at that trophy, Tony! How much do you say that costs?
Probably about $10. Frank, what in the hell is this? You told me that David Crockett was going to be here. Friend of Bill's. Accident at the Powder Blue store? Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I have to deal with this. Get the scotch ready, Frank. When he finds out who their opponents are, we're going to need a whole bunch of plastic sheeting.
Believe it! I can't believe it's them! The Raging Bull Manny Fernandez and George South have to take on the Rock and Roll Express! And they've got Tommy Young with them to make sure that things are on the level!
Frank, you got to be shitting me, man. You knew this was going to happen weeks ago. You could have at least told me I'd get forced to do a show with a guy that got into an accident and thinks he's David Crockett.
Oh my God, Tony, I can't believe that Ricky and Robert have decided to compete on Red Card Headbutt, fresh off their winning the tag titles from those no good communist Russian heathens.
Frank, you asshole, he thinks it's 1986. How in the hell am I going to call this match?
Well, Tony, we'll both take turns. How about I call the moves and you talk about the importance of the trophy?
The trophy that's going to be awarded to who refused to do a job in front of 100 people is valued at approximately $10 and bought from the same Massachusetts Goodwill store that Power Udi got his title belts from.
Oh, come on, Tony, don't kid the people like that. You know my brother Jimmy spent $1 million on that trophy. Think of the importance, the prestige.
Yes, I forgot that the winner gets an extra hot dog at the end of the night. As Tommy Young tries in vain to convince the four men in the ring to take a bump, the crowd is chanting the name of the Rock and Roll Express. I have to admit, in all fairness, even though Bill, the programming director, has really gone too damn far this time, the reaction for the Rock and Roll Express has been pretty surprising, figuring that most of the people in attendance weren't even born when they were in their prime 62 years ago. And there we have a shot of the man who was the model for the Nicolas Cage version of Johnny Blaze in the middle of the transformation into Ghost Rider, Ricky Morton. And as you know, the guy in the apron that looks like everybody's uncle that has a broken pinball machine in his garage is Robert Hot Tag Gibson.
You gotta be excited for this, Tony. Ricky, Robert, the Rock and Roll Express, the ladies love them and so do I.
As the contest appears to be starting, I have to say that I am also very concerned for my own personal safety. I have said a thing or two in the past about the withering ability of Manny Fernandez, and he was eyeballing me something awful before the broadcast. It may be because I had a sack of cheeseburgers near me and he wanted one. But Manny Fernandez is looking less and less these days like that guy from Toto and more like that dog from the Muppets.
You mean the one that plays the drums, Tony?
No, you dumb bastard, that's Animal.
Hawk, Animal, the Legion of Doom.
Oh, Jesus Christ. As we get back to the action, Manny Fernandez has knocked Ricky Morton to the canvas. The crowd chants in support of Ricky Morton as he tries to compose himself from the blow. I can't believe I'm even saying this. David Crockett, can you believe the size of Manny Fernandez? He's beginning to look like Manny Fernandez.
Rock and roll! Rock and roll! Rock and roll! Rock and roll! Rock and roll!
Supposed to be calling this match objectively.
I'm sorry, Tony, I just can't help myself.
Oh, look, buddy, I just can't take you chanting like that. It sounds like a damn 6-year-old. If you have to show your obvious support for the withering masses that call themselves Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, why don't you go get a horn or something?
That sounds like a good idea, Tony. I'll go get one.
Oh, thank God Frankie left. I can finally concentrate on plowing through this garbage one more time. As we get back to what they're calling a wrestling match, Morton kicks the bull in the stomach. Quick tag to Gibson, followed up by a double shoulder tackle that sends Fernandez slowly teetering to the ground. And the raging bull Manny Fernandez is down, and he is slowly, and I mean slowly, crawling to his partner's corner, yelling frantically about back pills and cheeseburgers. And in comes veteran religious track salesman George South. South, who has an extensive record of putting more people over than any other possible talent in the wrestling business, is looking every bit the 2,000-year-old man that Mel Brooks told us about all those years ago. George South, the man who loves Jesus but competes in a sport where the goal is to viciously beat up his adversary, is coming into this contest the walking contradiction of the year. And then against South, we have Gibson, who, like the other 3 combatants in the contest, is putting a cap on how many bumps he plans on taking tonight, somewhere around -6. So don't expect a double drop kick out of Ricky or Robert tonight. The braces on their legs forbid that kind of upward mobility. Frank, what the hell are you saying? I can't. He's in the truck with you? Look, I don't care how nice of a guy he is. Keep him back there. You did what? You gave him $50 to go to the souvenir stand? Christ, that's more money than I or anyone in the ring is getting paid to be involved with this madness, and you handed it over to that nut job that thinks he's David Crockett. Wait a minute. Oh, Christ. Folks, we'll be back after this message as I try to avert what could be comparable to a nuclear catastrophe. Headlocks and Headaches, the only webcomic dedicated to 80s-era pro wrestling, is now in print with a primer issue and a soon-to-follow mini-series. You can buy the primer from Indie Planet or at www.headlocksandheadaches.com. Folks, we are back, and I've been spending the entire commercial break attempting to corral this simpleton who thinks he's David Crockett from going over to the souvenir stand. I have failed tragically, and he's currently in the restroom putting on whatever the hell it is that he bought. Morton takes a hard hit into the turnbuckle. He's slowly getting up and turning to the crowd for support. The longtime fans of the formerly popular duo are doing their best to rally them to a win that would mean a $100 prize and a $10 trophy. Oh, what the hell is it? Get out of here.
Sorry for taking so long to get back, Tony. I did what you said. I also got this really great Rock and Roll Express t-shirt. The guy said he was giving it to me at a discount because I looked like I needed new clothes, and Ricky Morton burned a hole in it with a cigarette.
Well, just try to keep quiet. It's bad enough I have to be tortured by a damn powder blue salesman calling this garbage. It's even worse I have to acknowledge your existence. So would you please...
Rock and roll! Rock and roll! Come on, Tony! Rock and roll! Rock and...
Frank, where the hell did he get a horn?
Oh, I got it from the New Breed. They told me it was a special magical horn that helped Dusty Rhodes get elected president in 2002. Rock and roll! Rock and roll!
How in the hell did the New Breed get here?
Well, they're time travelers, Tony. They can do that sort of thing. They come to the matches all the time to scope out future competition.
I mean competition from the future.
Now you're catching on, Tony. Come on, Ricky. You gotta get that trophy.
Oh, Christ, where the hell's a power outage when you need one? As I desperately try in vain to do my job here, Manny Fernandez has Morton in an armbar. As we see George South handing the bull his aforementioned back pills, I'm being told in the truck that Bill, the programming director, has sent in another ridiculous live read for one of his many shady businesses. Time to pay off some gambling debts, folks.
Do you need a whole bunch of stuff to make what will eventually become a tattered bathrobe? Do you desire to upholster a couch to look like one of Roddy Piper's kilts? Then head on down to the Plaid Palace in Asheville, North Carolina, sporting the finest in plaid of all varieties. So if you need to look like a complete buffoon when you walk out to get the paper at 7 in the morning, head on down to the Plaid Palace, just off Route 4, next to the Public Waste Disposal Depot.
Back to live action, we get a shot from George South that sends Ricky Morton's upper dentures flying near our broadcast. Damn it, get back here.
Don't worry, Ricky. I got him. I'll put him in a plastic bag for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. George South is going up to the top rope, and I can guarantee you folks his offense from the sky will not involve him putting his ass over his head. But wait, what's this? Ricky has gotten to his feet and has somehow slammed George South. George South has put his ass over his head.
And South is rocked into the corner, and Ricky rolls over and tags in Robert Gibson. Come on, Robert! Get him! Come on, boys! Kick him! Kick him! Kick him like a dog! Get him, Ricky! Get him, Robert!
Frank, I don't care. He's never sitting in with me again. A double drop kick that misses by about 5 feet by the Rock and Roll Express, sending George South slowly lumbering to the canvas. We get the 1, 2, 3, and the Rock and Roll Express have won the not quite the Crockett Cup tournament and the $10.50 trophy. Frank, what? He wants David to say something? Oh, Christ. David.
They beat him! They beat him! They beat the bull! They beat the George! My God, I can't believe it! Russians, look out! This is the competition you have to look forward to! Tony, I'm gonna go spit on a communist flag in support of God, America, and the Rock and Roll Express! Woo-hoo!
An incredible sight here is neither of the participants in the contest prematurely injured referee Tommy Young. This wraps things up here for another edition of Red Card Headbutt. Thank you all for watching the finals of the Not Quite the Crockett Cup tournament, and we will see you next time.